it to rain, and then lo and behold, a few seconds later, it just starts sprinkling. And on my way home, on my drive home, it was just raining all the way there. It rained all last night. There's nothing more relaxing to me than hearing the raindrops on on the roof of anything, the window, the roof. Just hearing rain is just an awesome thing to me. It's an awesome experience. And yeah, but and some of us collective, we believe it or not, we're able to change the weather. It's like, depending on the events, the emotions, the energy, and how cohesive it is, and with each other, with the whole collective as a whole, and the universe, we're doing that, believe it or not. And the other night, I was driving home from work, and I was like, okay, let me go stop, and get foot reflexology, get a session that I hadn't been there in a minute. And then, while I'm walking on cloud 9, getting out of my car to go, as soon as I'm right up at the corner, I'm already out of my car. I gotten out of my car, and I was about to turn the corner to get into my trailer, and I see a shooting star, right? And I was just, I made a wish. Actually, I made a few wishes. And, the energy says, verdict says that some, if not all of them, came true. So, and I guess later on, when I feel the time is right, I will say what that is, possibly. Because manifestations have been just real. And just so, just a friendly reminder, the bell is thin right now, right? So some people are about to see, who are running around here, just running amok in the collective's energy, playing in the collective's energy. They're really about to see what demon time truly is, like screaming, welling, and gnashing of teeth type stuff, like something trying to rip their soul from their body from the inside out. It's not going to be pretty, and it's going to, of course it's going to show next, right before, I think there's a full moon coming right after that, if I'm not mistaken. I have to do more research. I haven't had a chance to do that, but it will be showing, and energetically it's going to be felt. It's going to be greatly noticed. And I've seen a couple shooting stars lately. It was like on a drive home, and those wishes have been coming true. They really and truly have been. So when you're co-creating with the universe, and when you truly believe and you live that life, you walk your talk, you walk that talk, then it's things change for you. Your whole reality changes. We do have power over our reality, as long as we depending on what entity or energy you are entertaining, you have power over your reality. So that's why they say be careful what you ask for, because a lot of these people, they thought they wanted to be running around on demon time, doing witchcraft and spell work, and the energy's just getting lighter and lighter, because they're just getting plucked off one by one. More people are speaking the truth and shining light, because darkness has no power once the light is shown. Right? And so it's like people are trying to weaponize truths and and certain realities, but you could tell the truth and still be telling a lie, right? Like with your intentions, you could still be lying straight to a person's face with your intentions. Like, what, is this truth true? Is it useful to me, or does it benefit? Is it more likely to benefit or satiate the other person? What is the intention? Are they trying to get this person away? Because the whole thing is like these devil energies, they inhabit these people. Like say it's this weird shit about stealing people's significant others. It's like a real one can't be stolen, so really you stole a burden. So it's like, and you stole your burden. And on top of that, it's like, it's not even that they wanted the person, it's that they wanted to get at the person that was with them. They want to get some sort of revenge plot, like, oh, this is going to be a great idea to humiliate this person. And it's just like, the collective isn't sweating about a loss of another person. It's just not something that we do. It's kind of like we move on and go on about our business, and we're not tripping about it. Just it is what it is. We understand the concept of ebb and flow in life, and life moves on. We might grieve a little bit. It might cause us some tears, maybe, but the thing that they fail to realize about the collective is that we're used to people being on demon time, because we're used to being outnumbered. We never, the collective has never known a fair fight, like, ever in life. From the cradle, we get attacked. From the womb, we get attacked, and having all kinds of witchcraft and dark magics, and some of those attacks come from our own parents, or our own guardians, or whoever, the people who are supposed to love and care for us the most. We don't have protection from them. We only have protection from the Most High, and that's who we learn to rely on. And here they are, making themselves miserable and not even realizing it, trying to control someone's destiny, someone's fate, how they are viewed to the world and their inner circle. And it seems that in my life, I'm starting to run more into soul tribe. Like, these energies have tried to come in and disrupt the energy and cast illusions between us and soul tribe, like true soul tribe, and not just frenemies. People trying to be frenemies. Just something I never done. I never got into those games. Like, I do not fuck with frenemies. You're an enemy, or you're not. You're with me on this walk to you're an obstacle, or you're not. Basically, is what it is. Casting all kinds of illusions, pretending they care about us. Casting illusions to us that cause, like, heartbreak and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Narcissist type stuff. It's just like, it's kind of, sometimes it's hard to tell if they even know better, if they, if that's just how they were raised, or it's just like at the end of the day, it's an entity attachment, dark entity attachment, and we get targeted, and they pretty much blatantly let us know that we're targeted. Yes, you do. They do have an entity attachment, and that is what they have chosen to embrace and let inhabit their vessel and take over their vessel, their thoughts, their actions, and to the point that they're fighting for control over the demon, and the demon is like, nah. It's like by the time they want to go to the light, they have invested so much into the demonic entity, and they're in so much karmic debt that they can't take their vessel back. So it's just like, you have to realize the energy shift in them to realize, no, it's just they hit the point of no return and accept it, and just guard up. You gotta slip, bob and weave and all that, and you may have to throw a punch or two. You might have to, maybe a kick. And right now, man, it's just like I'm feeling the energy of, like, both, right? And I'm not even dabbling in both. It's just all life for me. But I'm feeling the energy of both, and it's something. I guess it's being a part of being an empath. Is part of being empathetic is that you can feel what somebody's about to go through. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's pretty bad. Like, I've done, doing shadow work, that's just like you willingly going. These people, unbeknownst and unwillingly, will be going and, going through their dark night of the soul. And some of them, they aren't going to make it through because they were busy trying to weaken you instead of strengthening themselves and, reinforcing themselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And that was really what my original message was coming to. Guys, today's the village. Really, then practice yourself. If you're off today, do a self-care day. Because I'll run down a list of what I like to do on my self-care days. It's So I'll go, get my locks done, go for hair, then go for nails, and sometimes it's one before the other because I do want to sit down and let the polish dry and everything like that. And then I'll go, usually it's the nails first and then it's the hair, because one opens before the other. Then I'll go to nails, hair, and then I'll go like to the chiropractor, then I'll go to a stretch lab, and then I'll go to reflexology, and then what was it? A reflexology stretch lab. Then I'll go to a massage, go get a massage, and then like somewhere in between there I'll go, treat myself to something to eat or cook for myself. Usually I just cook for myself, make myself a nice beverage, adult, alcoholic beverage, and just really indulge in myself, my energy, and just wind out for the day, and just like do a lot but do nothing at the same time. And let me see here. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I had to check something. Yeah, do a lot and do nothing at the same time, collective. It's right, because it's like taking care of your mental health is like that's reinforcing you against any psychic and third eye attacks, of course. And that's what they love to try to attack the most, because they know if you control the mind, you control the body. Like, people use these use abusive tactics, like use tactics to get you in your ego so they can control your body. If your mind is weakened, you will be, you tend to go for those types of attacks, and you tend to let people put that battery in your back, and they'll sit back watching you laughing, draining yourself. And stay connected with source, do your get your workout in and everything like that. And just enjoy, just work on, focus on just being in your own energy and just enjoying it, being satiated with that, instead of, you don't have to choose to be alone on certain days. Like a day like today is a good day to kind of stay to yourself, and not, because you don't know what, friends and all that, you don't know what energies they might be carrying, or what struggle they may be facing that may, try to body jump into you, or your mind jump into you. And yeah, I think that's really all I have as far as that. Yeah, take care of yourself today. Just make it a self-care day. If you don't have, or do that before work, do a little something for yourself, like go get a pedicure or something, and go cook yourself something to eat, or go take yourself out to eat before work if you haven't made it there, or after, whichever. But if you, because I don't know, I don't think anybody in the collective is really celebrating Halloween like that. Like, getting dressed up is one thing, because cosplay happens year round, but getting into the antics, knocking on doors and trick or treating and stuff like that, I'm not sure if anybody's really celebrating that, but not anybody from the collective anyway. I know my son stopped celebrating Halloween like years ago, and I think I'm gonna just go there, because I was like trying to figure out, do I want to go there? Yeah, I do. So church, the church is for profiting off of people's connection with the Most High. So a lot of this gang stalking that has been going on, a lot of these spiritual, mental, emotional, third eye, psychic attacks, heart chakras, that they, every type of attack imaginable has to do with, the 144,000 that chosen the collective. And they use every type like I made the video yesterday, if you're still connected to these people, get the fuck out. Because you're a sacrifice, and that's all you are. If they're paying you, you're on their payroll, you're a sacrifice. And that's just point blank, and the sentence ends with period. And it's like, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, I can't care. Could not possibly care less about how somebody feels about it, because that's, that's the message I'm getting from, my downloads. So, if you don't like it, then where the unlike or whatever, you know how to click on another channel or something else. But if I ain't for you, I ain't for you. I'm not for everybody. I'm damn sure not trying to be. But I never felt, I always felt uneasy in the church. It was always just like a creepy, like when the pastor looked at me, even I just felt hella disgusting, just extremely like ill, like, because it's just like, why am I listening to this guy who's fighting his own demons anyway? It's not like we are not all vulnerable to the same sin or the same level of sin. Some of us just, some people just hide it better than others. I'm not into hiding. I've never been into hiding. If I did something wrong, I'm willing to face the consequences, like, and just tell the truth about what I did wrong. It'd be stuff that people didn't even know about, and I'll just I'll run up on them and like tell the truth about myself and go ahead with the consequences, because it's just like, what's the point of trying to hide it? What's the point of trying to cover it up? What's the point of lying about it when it's gonna get found out anyway? It's gonna have light shine, and you're gonna be facing judgment for it, internally and externally, because those who need to know, right? And rather to sit with that on my heart and keep my heart heavy, and then on top of that try to have to sit here and think of, oh, maybe I have to make more lies to cover up this lie. No, fuck no. I've never been about that shit, because I'm like, what? That's too much trouble. That's too much energy. That's like hating somebody. That's hating yourself, really, because it's just like, man, you don't love yourself enough to tell the truth and move past this, and you rather burden your heart. That's part of self-love. That's part of your self-care. Release your burdens. Make sure you do some shadow work today before the full, this everything hits. Like demon time, people will get shown what demon time is really about, so that can't be weaponized against you in the spiritual aspect, because they are still out here trying. They are still out here throwing that weak ass black magic, that weak ass witchcraft, that bippity boppity bullshit. And they are still trying, and we're basically impervious to it, but you're gonna see the aftermath, and that's why justice wears a blindfold, because the shit, if you can see the shit on the physical realm, how people are really getting justice in the spiritual realm, you may be mortified. That's why justice is blind. You have to be blinded to some stuff in certain dimensions in order to be able to hand out this justice, in order to speak this truth, so that justice can be served, or will be served. Because it's not pretty. Justice is never pretty. And but the people who bring in justice are, and they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. And a lot of people just were, they put in work and were definitely hyper focused on fucking around and finding out. And a lot of these people are, these devout Christians with all these denominations, and it's just like, how Christianity got so widespread was already a red flag, because I'm like, why do I have to die by your sword for rejecting your beliefs? Like, why is it choose Jesus or choose death? So that was a way of also slandering and defaming Jesus' name, because Jesus wasn't trying to like off people saying, oh yeah, believe in me or die, believe my gifts. Like, that's how he got killed. It's just like, because a lot of people were refusing to didn't believe, were refusing to believe, or they were just straight up hating. And basically Jesus died for no real good reason, died for the sins. But it's like, if Jesus tapped into the true power. And that was another thing, like some, people get weird and fanatic about stuff like that, tapping into people's true power through, life and death and pain and suffering. That's just not the way to go. It's really not. Like, love is the highest frequency. That's where you get the most power out of a person. But these people, because of what they do to themselves and each other, they think that's the way to pull it from someone else, and they think that is a higher power, is going through, putting other people through pain and suffering. Yeah, pain and suffering is a part of life, but putting people through is you trying to play a role that you are simply not equipped for. You're not, trying to play God, basically. And you have an inner God, you have your energy, but you don't, you are not, the end all be all. Let's say that you're not the end all be all. And there's a lot of people with that complex. These people in power, these so-called 1%ers, but the 1% is actually the people who have decided to do their inner healing, their inner childhood, healing their inner childhood wounds, and destroying the demons within themselves, and going on their soul journey, doing their dark night of soul, their shadow work, working on themselves, while being attacked. Right? That's the 1%, because a lot of the people who are sitting there attacking us, they could never. They say it couldn't be me. You fucking right. Like some of these people say, I'm not my ancestors. Yeah, you're right. You would have lost your spot. You're somebody that Harriet Tubman would have, gone ahead and taken them out of here. And there was another lady too. She had Harriet Tubman's back. She stood and fought off slave catchers, right, with a boiling pot of water and I think a machete or something like that. I forget. I have to look it up. She was a badass chick too, and those are the ancestors we come from, the ones who fought, the ones who, show people the way to safety, show people the way out of the matrix. And like, they fight hard. Like, the thing is like, they can't keep us out of their mouth. They have to focus on us, because if they focus on themselves, man, they might just self-destruct at this point. They've done so much damn evil and have so much blood on their hands, and now that the veil is thin, and demon time is about to show them what's really up. Time's up. That's the title for this message. Time is up. And they got a case of the can't takes, and it's just like, they should have taken a different path. It's what they should have did. And yeah, there's a reason that justice is blind, and I think I'm trying to fight between those two titles. That there's a reason that justice is blind. And I've noticed also there's a bunch of statues, right, in the shape of circles, and I was looking at, some things, on these portals that these demons may be coming through, or spirits. I'll say spirits. I can't say if it's good or bad or not, but it just depends on the energy you get around them. And I've seen videos where they walk around these huge structures, or, and it'll show, different, the frequencies changing on one side or the other, right? And then they have some structures that are intertwined and are all circular. And I was wondering, I was writing about looking, these could be portals, and lo and behold, like, there are videos about portals cross my algorithms, and I was like trying to study it in my head a little more. I haven't been ruminating on it too much, but I was like, yeah, it very well could be then, because I'm like thinking about it, and then it's just like, then I see the videos pop up about it. I wasn't thinking about looking it up and researching it. I said I will research it, but it wasn't like something that was prominent in my mind. And they just popped up. So whether they're good spirits or bad spirit, either way, the collective is protected. We're safe. But for these karmics, I don't know, man. It's not looking too good. It's really not. I'm at the bookstore right now. I'm about to run in and grab some books, and you guys take care of yourself as much as you can today. And love you guys. Until next video, take care of yourself, take care of each other, love on yourself and each other, and definitely drink water.